Well, hello then, I do hope you're all well. Now, this is a bit of a belter, is this? This is very, very interesting. Now, this morning, Thursday morning, in the House of Commons, there was a sort of like an urgent question that was asked by, I think his name is Alistair Carmichael from the Liberal Democrats, about this new legislation, which is basically trying to rip up the Good Friday Agreement. Now, what he has to say is very, very enlightening, and they dragged out hard James, not so cleverly, to answer it. And let's just say, he looked incredibly shifty and shady. And this isn't the last. We'll be going through this little bit because there's another video coming on about it, and that's very, very interesting as well. But anyway, enjoy.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. To ask the Minister for the Cabinet Office if he will make a statement on requests made to the First Treasury Council to assess government proposals to override the Northern Ireland Protocol.
Minister.
Mr. Speaker, as the Foreign Secretary set out to the House on the 17th of May to respond to the serious situation in Northern Ireland, the Government intends to bring forward legislation to fix the Northern Ireland Protocol. As she also set out, the Government's view is that such a course of action is lawful and in accordance with international law, but in line with long-standing convention, we do not set out details of the internal deliberations regarding that view, but we will be setting out further details about the Government's legal position in due course.
Alistair Carmichael.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for allowing this urgent question. It was reported on Tuesday evening that Sir James EDQC First Treasury Council had not been consulted on the legality of the Government's proposed legislation to override the Northern Ireland Protocol. This was denied directly by the Prime Minister yesterday in response to a question from the Honourable Member for Foyle. It would now appear that, at the very least, the answer given by the Prime Minister to the Honourable Gentleman was incomplete. We have learned in subsequent media reports that while Sir James was consulted on aspects of the proposals, he was in fact asked not to give an opinion on whether the plan would breach international law, and was told to assume that there was a respectable legal basis for the Government's position. Can the Minister confirm to the House that this information in the public domain is correct? Was Sir James asked to give an opinion on the merits of the legal advice that the Government had been given, or not? And can the Minister tell the House why the request to Sir James was framed in this way? Sir James is understood to have volunteered that he found the argument of one particular lawyer advising the Government, quote, considerably easier to follow and more convincing. The lawyer in question had said that it would be very difficult for the UK to argue that it is not breaching international law. Mr. Speaker, it is a matter of fundamental import to this House that members are being told by the Government that the content of a bill is not in breach of international law when that assertion is based on information that is incomplete and apparently intentionally so. Mr. Speaker, the Government has put First Treasury Council in an almost impossible situation. We are fortunate indeed that he has been willing to take his professional duties more seriously than those who sought his legal advice. We know the position about the publication of government legal advice, but that relies on governments acting in good faith and their legal advisers being free to give the best advice that their professional skills allow. This full advice must be published before the bill.
It should be an interesting answer. No, I'd probably just say, we totally believe that what we're doing is not illegal and blah, 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 blah. Well, you know, it's James not so cleverly, is it?
Mr. Speaker, the Government is confident that our actions are lawful under international law and in line with long-standing convention. We do not set out internal legal deliberations.
Now, when you look at James not so cleverly, didn't he look incredibly shifty? Didn't want to give anything away. It seems to me that what it seems to be with this lawyer that they've got on the payroll, they said, basically, let's have a look at this. What do you reckon of that? And, yes, very. But can I just say no? Shh. No, but I need to tell. Shh. No, but there's something... No, I really need to... La 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 la. I can't hear you, I can't hear you. And later on say, yes, our lawyer was consulted. He was consulted, and then the lawyer will say, well, I was going to tell you that that this will be breaking international law. Yes or no? That's what we told you we were going to do. That's what it sounds like to me. But very, very interesting and very, very enlightening. And you looked at James not so cleverly, didn't he? Look incredibly shifty. All he just spouted was just words. Well, no, we're not breaking international law because I said so. What a tit. Anyway, I do hope you enjoyed the video. Until the next time, I shall bid you farewell and take care.